Back in like 2015, when all the YouTubers were doing their Draw My Life videos, I told myself that I was going to do one of those Draw My Life videos. So this is my mom, my dad, my brother, and then there's me. I was very little. And my family is very great. I love my family. We also lived with my Nana, and she smoked. She was also not a very nice person for unrelated reasons. We lived at my Nana's house, which was technically our house, but she lived there, and it's always been my grandma's house to me. It was connected to this other house where my cousins and my mom's friends would live. There were stairs. My Nana and my uncles and stuff would go out on the porch and smoke, and then me and my brother would play. For like kindergarten through first grade, I was homeschooled. My mom taught me with a computer. Yeah. And then in kindergarten, I moved from my Nana's house to my house, which was pretty far away. Then I started going to real school in second grade. I didn't really have any friends at school, but I didn't really care because I was just happy anyway. Except for one thing. When I was really little, I had really bad anger issues. And then it wasn't until we were older that we learned it's because I have ADHD. And then I got medicated and we're good. And then at an undisclosed time, COVID hit. I'm not going to tell y'all when it was for me because, it's going to tell you my age. Before that, I had this friend we'll call Haley. And she was one of my best friends. And she's my friend now. But for a short amount of time, she was not my friend, right after COVID. Recently, when I finally started actually having friends, one year, it was January 2025, I had this friend named... We're still friends to this day. She's pretty amazing. But we also had this not-so-good friend who we'll call Jessica. And I didn't really like Jessica. She was mean, but we didn't know that for a while. For a while, we were all just, good friends, and we were super happy. She came from Ohio to where I live, and then back to Ohio. And then after she moved back to Ohio, she, messaged my friend. She didn't say some really nice things. She was really mean. That was a really, really big thing that I'm not going to talk about. That's a story for another time because it's a story in its own. When I started questioning my gender, and I realized that I wasn't a girl, and I was actually a boy. So I was not only bi, I was also trans. Sorry, I sneezed. So my family has always been super supportive of the LGBTQ plus community. So from a very young age, I was like, you know what? I like girls. They're pretty cool. And I am bi. But I went through a lot of different identities gender-wise until I realized that I was actually just a trans boy. I still use he, they, because, they's a gender-neutral pronoun, and I never really minded it. And this is me deciding whether I should flip the page or not, and then I decided. I have 2 cats and also 1 dog, but at some points I've had 4 cats and 3 dogs, not all at the same time. But my dogs' names are Eddie, Bernie, and Lucy, and then my cats' names are Fluffy, Moses, Butt, Schmidt, and Ruthie. I've had a lot of cats. I spelled Schmidt like this. At different times, my dogs and cats, some of them died, so I have 3. I also had a lizard and a gerbil at one point, but they didn't last that long. So that was my Draw My Life. I didn't spend that long on it. I actually just spent 20 minutes just chilling on my floor with my phone on a little cup, just drawing and rambling. So I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for 1K. I spent a lot of time deciding what to do for it. So yeah, I didn't know what to do for 1K, so have an outdated subscriber special. This is probably going to be split into 2 parts via YouTube Shorts, because that's where y'all always see me.